fire signs. How you doing? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We are going to do little love readings for you, little tarot love readings. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Happy to have you as part of my little soul family here. If you are new, also happy to have you guys. I do ask that you check out the timestamp down below that reads Tarot FAQ and rules for newbies, just so you can better understand what it is I do here on my channel, okay? All right, I guess we're going to start. Should we start with Sagittarius? That's a Sagittarius card. We're going to hop in, guys, so check out those timestamps below so you can hop directly to your reading, okay? We will do Sagittarius, then Leo, then Aries, okay? Sagittarius, what's coming in for Sag in their love life? What does Sagittarius need to know about their love life? How you doing, Sag? I hope this video finds you well. All right, let's see. So there's messages after a long period of pause. So it could be that you had to deliberate and think about reaching out to your crush. It could be another fire sign or an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah, it seems like after a delay or a pause, someone's either reaching out to you or vice versa. In fact, it kind of seems like your air sign, your Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, male or female, is reaching out to you. I don't know how to explain this. Like, it's crickets, and then all of a sudden you're getting paragraphs from them. Like, it completely does a 180. If it's been silenced or delayed, it could be someone had to focus on some internal healing. It could be that they were just going through a bit of a difficult time, maybe something with their job or their family. I'm hearing the word back burner, so I don't necessarily think this person was keeping you as an option. What I'm getting is that they didn't have enough time to invest in it at the time when you guys first connected. So it seems like it starts to, it's really not trickle in. It's like it's nothing and then it's everything all at once. So the thing is, it could be rather overwhelming. A lot of you got an angry text from someone that you didn't respond to. So there's two different messages coming through here. So, you know, pick your player. I don't know who's who, but you may have done this to someone else too. It's like it's almost like somebody ghosted you, and weeks later, they all of a sudden decide to text you and be like, how dare you treat me that way? And blah, blah, blah. Like someone's up on their high horse. It's like I don't know. It's like you hit a nerve and they didn't respond to it immediately. It's like, and it's a very unusual message, but it's like weeks go by and then you hear from someone and they actually seem kind of angry and aggressive, especially your fire sign, your Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So anyway, let's start a new storyline here. Well, do we need to clarify anything there? Tell me about the person who took a long time to reach out to Sagittarius, especially an air sign. It's like they were busy or they didn't know how they were feeling, and then they all of a sudden have clarity or a change of heart about something. What's the deal here? Yeah, their intuition started to kick in, that they're meant to message, and I'm hearing the word they're meant to play with you. I know that sounds kind of like raunchy and sexual, but what I mean by that is like they're wanting to have fun adventures with you. It's very, very Sagittarian. Yeah, they could have been taking care of stuff with their parents, moving their parents into a new house or working with their parents' finance. I don't know, they could have been helping them with like their money or their taxes or something. But yeah, it's like this person wants to hang out with you. This person wants to like play house. Yeah, messages are coming through for you. It could be with a Taurus, especially a Libra, or again, air signs, fire signs are kind of showing up here. This is very generic. I wish I had more specifics for you. I am getting a lot of messages about something about the family money or the family house. Somebody could have been moving. I already said that. I don't know. Anything else that makes this stick out for Sagittarians? I mean, I guess, how does Sagittarius feel about this? Like, what is the overall energy regarding this person reaching out to Sagittarius? I feel like you're going to be happily surprised because you may have written them off as not interested when, again, they were dealing with a lot of family stuff. Yeah, you're excited. This feels like a reunion or a reason to get jazzed. You know, maybe you're getting all dolled up and you're going out and doing something fun with this person. I was going to say, the vibe is pretty good, but I think it catches you by surprise because it's almost like you took their silence as rejection, which understandable, right? I mean, in some way, I would say that's a healthy perspective, right? If you're texting someone and they're not texting you back, probably best to move on from it, but every now and then people come through and they surprise you, and that's what this feels like. I think this person messages you and you're like, oh, hey. You're like, I haven't been thinking about you at all, but maybe you have. Maybe you were always hoping that way. Okay, let's talk about this Queen of Wands. This is probably you, but you might be dealing with a fire sign. Let's see. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. I'm going to let you decide who you are, Sagittarius. She's looking for her soulmate. She's looking for long-term commitments. She's celebrating milestones and anniversaries in her life. There could have been a promotion at work. But you Sagittarius may have eyes on someone, and yeah, you're like, oh my, damn, they're sexy. Yeah, you see a future with this person. I mean, even if it's not long term, there seems to be like a newish vibe where you're like, I kind of really like this person. Like, I want to hang out with them all the time. All right, tell me more about that. Who? The Pisces. Okay, there might be something related to these two messages. I'm certainly not aiming for that, but yeah, there could have been a Pisces who had to go and deal with mommy issues or mother issues. That could be you too, Sag. I don't mean to say that insensitively, but somebody may have had a rough relationship with a mother in their life, and so it's possible that they go to reconcile that or fix it, and all of a sudden the universe throws them this beautiful opportunity of, meeting someone who's in alignment with their spiritual path, and it's almost like you did some internal work on yourself, and like you were rewarded with some sort of gift from the universe, and it may show up in your life as like a romantic partnership, if that makes sense to any of you. Somebody may have just lost someone in their life too who was a Pisces, and it seems like there's a little bit of grieving there. I don't predict death, right? So you guys know that. Don't make it your message if that doesn't already sound familiar, right? And that could be your partner too. Does somebody work at a funeral home or work as like a grievance counselor? Is that even a term? But you understand what I mean? Like working with people or couples who are grieving. It could be a psychologist or something. It could even have to do with, like parent-child dynamics. It could just be like a counselor, a psychiatrist or something. It seems like there's a lot of work being done there. Or again, you just happen to come across a person and maybe that's their job for a living. Small bits of confirmation. Art therapy, I'm also hearing too. So, you may have caught eyes for a Pisces or vice versa. This might just be your soulmate. You may end up marrying them. You may be putting an end to something with a Scorpio or a Leo. Or the opposite, if you don't have those people in your dating history, it's possible that there's a new cycle coming in with a Leo, especially for my Sagittarians who are dating a Leo currently, and you're wanting to, I'm hearing expedite, but that's funny, that's not what I was going to say. You're wanting to bring it to the next level with them. It could be that you're entering into a new chapter where you're letting go of what the relationship doesn't need anymore and moving it into like a more harmonious balance is sort of what I get. Give me one card on the Pisces. An offer. An offer is being made to or from the Pisces. There's good vibes with the Pisces. And then what about the Scorpio? Tell me about the Scorpio. 10 of Cups. Happily ever after. They're going to talk to you about long-term plans. And then tell me about the Leo. Tell me about the Leo. The Leo's a little bit moody. You may have trouble reading them, but I think they're holding out for you. As much as they may talk a big game or say something that contradicts it, I feel like the Leo holds you in their heart. They hold a special spot for you in their heart. But I'm getting mixed vibes. Like, I don't know if they're not saying it, they're not expressing their love, but they want you, Sagittarius. The Leo or the Cancer. Yeah, it's like they're playing hard to get. It's like, oh, I've moved on. No, they haven't. They're lying. Sorry, I just got to say it. I think this is a Leo or a Cancer. They're waiting for you. Yeah, because they want to build with you. And it could be that they're picking their moment because maybe they know that you're not single or vice versa. Maybe they're in a relationship, but it's like a loveless relationship. And so it's like, it's just a matter of time. The Cancer or the Leo is going to go towards you. And last but not least, tell me about either the Taurus or the Libra. Who's this like Venus energy? It really could be anyone, but yeah, that's good too. It's like, it could also be with a Virgo. How do I want to phrase this? After some light is shed on an unhealthy relationship that somebody had or has with a parent or even a child, right? Sag, if you have children who are, teenagers, whatever, this or that, it seems like the Hermit is shining his lantern of wisdom, right? Of growth, of light, of spirituality on something about a relationship, especially with a mother and a child. So again, I don't know who you are in this storyline, but you reach a point of graduation. There's a new higher perspective on the situation. There's light, illuminating what you guys have gone through. And the thing is, the world is like a card of graduations, of overcoming major obstacles in one's life. So again, it's kind of the same message. It's like something to do with a Libra or a Taurus or possibly a Virgo. Patching up a relationship with a parent or a child leads to love eventually. I know those two don't really coincide in the general sense, but it's like a domino effect. Yeah, it's like cleaning up after your messes. It yields really positive results. And if that isn't you, Sagittarius, that's the delay of why your person isn't coming in yet, because they're dealing with some stuff with their family. But it looks positive, though. You have a lot of options. All right, Sagittarius, let's do Leo. We're going to do Leo next. Remember to like, share, subscribe. I would truly appreciate it, Sagittarians. My fire signs are pretty generous in hitting that like button for me, so I appreciate you guys. We're still going. All right, let me take a sip of my tea. With my Corey Heyman, Corey Feldman mug. I'm a nerd. I know. All right, here we go. Leo. What's up, Leo? Let's talk about your love life. There's an offer being made. I see it. The Strength card and the Page of Pentacles. It could be another Leo's making an offer to you. Let's see what's coming in. What does Leo need to know about their love life? All right, so we got a little bit of a hurdle to overcome with Cancer. Tell me about that. Wheel of Fortune. Things headed in a positive direction, especially with the father of your children or the one who you were married to. It seems like there was probably a divorce, but here's the thing. If you are in a marriage with a Cancer, possibly a Taurus and Aries, only take this if this is your message. If there's trouble in paradise, there's a victory and understanding by freeing yourself up from a loveless marriage, by getting a divorce. It's not the disastrous situation you think it's going to be, and it will actually be quite positive. Especially if you're doing the whole, let's stay together for the kids. Obviously, use your own judgment and intuition, but my gut reaction is no, don't stay together for the kids if you guys are always fighting, right? Make it a healthier environment in two different locations so that your kids can grow and thrive, especially if your kids are Aries and Taurus. I don't know why that's coming through. A lot of you, it does seem like, I know this doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's almost like the wheel spins in a positive direction to get a divorce. So I hope that makes sense for some of you if like the divorce was a long time coming. I do sort of see that in the cards, again, if that feels right. If you're madly in love with your person, this probably isn't your message, right? So please use your own intuition and logic. Others of you, it seems like you got over a difficult ending, or I shouldn't say that. You are healing from a difficult breakup or ending. The universe is trying to throw you new options, but you're self-sabotaging because you might not be ready to date again, which is absolutely valid and absolutely healthy that you're recognizing that. What you're missing, though, is that you need to do the internal work. That's why you're still not feeling great, Leo. There's something about you. There was a loss. There was disappointment again, trouble in paradise. And the thing is, I think most of you have moved away from it. In fact, some of you may be moving homes or moving your residence or something. There's a whole new world out there. There's all these new people to meet and mingle with, but there's something about the commitment you made in the past, because it didn't go well, it's impeding on your ability to love in the future. And it's like, I just keep hearing you're self-sabotaging. So if you're going to put your best foot forward, if you're feeling healthy and ready to date again, there's a Taurus and an Aries, maybe a cusper, who there could be a lot of good fortune with them. But again, there's something about, but are you ready to do it? Are you ready to invest time in this relationship? And for some of you too, I think you're fearing commitment. And again, depending on the circumstance, that's not always a bad thing. I don't think you should ever be operating out of fear, but this could be saying, hey, there's an Aries circling around you and you think they're really cool and sexy and you're stoked about them. But then they talk about moving in together and you're just like, no, there's something, you're very anti-commitment right now, or you're dealing with someone who is. And I have a feeling if you're dealing with someone who is and you like them, that's your loss. That's your disappointment, because you're just like, oh, but why aren't we on the same page? And again, this is such a mirrored situation because you're doing the exact same thing to someone else who wants to, play house with you, so to say. I don't know what else to tell you on that. There's good vibes coming in with a Taurus or an Aries, and maybe you're just not ready to commit to them long term, sorry. You might change your mind. With the Wheel of Fortune, things are spinning in a positive direction, so don't jump to the worst conclusions. Don't operate out of fear. It's okay to be hesitant about commitment, but make sure you're taking the time to understand the reasons why. I think for a lot of you, when you actually take the time to sit with that energy of, well, why does commitment make me uncomfortable? Or why does this person's energy, I like them, but I also feel weird about it. more than likely when you shine the light on those emotions, those feelings, you're going to realize, oh, right, it's a trigger from my past because I got burned once before. And so it's like, you don't even realize it. It's like this subconscious reaction to be like, no, I don't want this, but you really like them. So that's why I'm confused by this message too, but I also sort of get it. It's like you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and I do think you change your mind a lot. And again, for a lot of you, this isn't everyone, for a lot of you, it's because you're still half in, half out with someone who's already exited your life, or vice versa. You may have already left them. You may feel a tremendous sense of guilt, like, oh man, I had it made. Why did I break up with that person? The thing is, even if you broke up with this person, you still have other options in the future, but that might be why you're sort of, I hate to say it, but like leading these people on, because it's like in your heart of hearts, you want to go back to this person of the past. Some of you. Others of you, if you went to hell and back in a unhealthy marriage, you're going to be stoked that this divorce is finally happening, right? And then you get to be free and single again. Tell me about, I don't know why this is coming up, but it is, the Leo who may or may not still have feelings for a Cancer of the past. Something went wrong. I don't know if it was a misconnection or what. Like, tell me about that. Specifically the Cancer. Talk to them. Reach out. They miss you too. It's almost like, I don't mean to make this creepy, but it's almost like you guys are like family. There's some, and I'm not reading this in terms of family, though it may resonate for some of you as like a family member who is a Cancer. I am reading for love, but it's almost like they're your best friend. It's like, I loved you, but we were better as friends. It's like they're family at this point. You should be able to express your truth to them. And I think because of that, because this could even be someone who put you in the friend zone, Leo, or vice versa. It's like you want to say how you really feel, but you're also like ashamed or uncomfortable. The universe says, go for it. Say it. This is a card of victory. At minimum, at least they're going to know where you stand and vice versa. You're going to get your answer a lot faster by being brave and bold and courageous. My Leos are great at that. Reach out to this person. Let them know where you stand. Because you may have been the one to cut it and have regret about that. Others of you, again, I don't know if this is past, present, future. You know, probably. Yeah, follow your intuition, especially with the Aries. Tell me about the Aries. Tell me a little bit more. The thing is, the Wheel of Fortune is spinning in the direction of an Aries or a Taurus, so you have anxiety about ending an old cycle because you don't want to repeat the mistakes that you made in previous relationships. You won't. If you understand the lessons tied to those karmic partners of the past, the ones that you burned them or vice versa, or they didn't treat you right or this or that, or there were control issues or power issues or manipulation, you don't have to repeat that cycle. Universe doesn't want you to have to repeat it. It's when you don't implement those changes in your behavior that you do start repeating them. So some of you feel like the realization that you're repeating old cycles is happening with an Aries. So here's the thing. You can course correct with the Aries. It is not all over, but it's like you got to take the bull by the horns. Some of you just have really bad anxiety right now, and it may be about a Scorpio from your past. The Scorpio may be like creeping into your thoughts. I don't think they're trying to message you still, but okay, some of you are in a third-party relationship, and you know this person is already with a Scorpio. Anyway. And the Taurus. Tell me about the Taurus. You're thinking about it. This is the one I think who wants commitment or vice versa. They're thinking about it. Someone here is thinking about the commitment. How will they go though? They'll entertain it, but they're not rushing in with a big offer. So and I don't know who this is. So again, please forgive that. There's two people here, right? One person's like, I like you. Let's date. Let's be exclusive, whatever. Let's move in together, as deep as it goes, right? Let's get married, whatever. This person likes the other person, but they're not certain they want the grand commitment. It's like they don't want to put it in writing. They don't want it to be this official title. It's like, can we just feel this out and enjoy it for what it is and see what happens in the future? I would say yes. I would not abandon this. It has very positive cards. The idea of self-sabotage, the way that this is going to turn sour, Leo, is if you're forcing someone into a commitment that they're not ready for, and vice versa, right? If someone's doing that to you, it's got red flags all over it. Appreciate this for what it is, because it does seem like there's love there, but it's going to grow organically over time. There's not a lot of fire. There's not a lot of rushing, passionate energy that, it just explodes. It's just not that. It's slow and steady. All right. Yeah, that's what I got for you, Leo. I'm going to keep this a little bit shorter this week. I will see you next Tuesday for more tarot readings. Remember to like, share, subscribe, guys. And we will do Aries. What's up, Aries? How you guys doing? It's almost your birthday season. We're getting there. I'm digging Pisces season. I love that watery energy. I wonder how my fire signs are handling it. Any of you cuspers out there? All right, here we go. Let's tap into Aries energy. What does Aries need to know about their love life in the coming few weeks or so? General readings, take only what resonates. That flew across my floor. Let's see. Oh, the Tower. Really, Spirit? You're going to make me start with a Tower? Anyone dealing with a Leo? This card and your card came up in the... Oh, and this one, too. How interesting. In Leo's reading. So if you're dealing with a Leo, you should check that out. There's definitely stuff in there for you if you have a Leo that you're dealing with. Someone may be choosing someone else. That's a rough message to start with. Could have been a Tower moment with a Gemini, a Scorpio. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love these vibes. I think there's an ending because someone made a choice. Someone chose someone else. And maybe this is you, Aries. That's always possible. But this is emotional options. This is difficult but necessary endings. It's the beginning of new cycles when you choose to end old ones. I think, especially if it was more of a love affair, if that makes sense for anyone, it wasn't solid enough to last. It was... I mean, I guess in a higher vibe, you could say appreciate it for what it was, right? But this probably is not your long-term partner because they have a lot of other things going on. Even if it's not romantic options, though I have to be honest, for a lot of you, that's what this feels like. Yeah, a lot of this feels very repetitive from the Leo reading, ironically. Anyway, moving on. Appreciate this for what it was, but it doesn't seem like something that could have lasted into the future because it was never built on a solid foundation. It's like you guys liked each other, but you were never exactly on the same page, and like you could only maintain it for so long. So I would not let this destroy you. I would try and come to a place of acceptance about it. It doesn't mean this person meant to hurt you or never loved you or this or that. Just it's almost like it was fated. And I hate to just chalk it up to that because I know when you're going through it, it feels very heavy and painful. But just based on the cards I'm seeing, there's better things up ahead. But rather than fast track to it, try and understand what about this person was so attracted to you and what in you maybe attracted this person into your life. For some of you, it's just trying to shine a light on areas where you need to love yourself more or grow more. It feels like spiritual lessons. It seems like you guys had like really hot sex with a Gemini, but you're not certain you want anything more than that. And again, a Scorpio may factor into this. Like, there might be some third party, like I'm like texting someone on the side. You already know the deal. Something may be blocked with the Cancer because there's a wife involved, or anybody here could have like a side piece, especially, I don't mean to make it a gender thing. I mean, it could be same-sex couples, but there's like a side woman, or you're not the only one is what I'm getting. And I'm so sorry, Aries. I know that message sucks to hear, but I have to honor the first message that comes out, which like, this is a dead end. You're not going to get too much more from this. Somebody who's like a Cancer gem cusper, again, Scorpio. It could be another Aries, but I don't know. I don't love this, so I'm going to give you another one. I don't know what to tell you other than I don't have anything good to say about it. Again, please don't shoot the messenger. I don't want to steer you wrong. This seems like a quite literally a dead end, so I'm taking that as, okay, let me tell you what's good. Let me tell you what's coming in. So... And if the same cards come out, cool, you may be dealing with, multiple Scorpios or whatever, but let's try for a new message and see what is something that Aries should be striving towards or something nice coming in for Aries, If that wasn't their message, what are some positive things coming in for Aries? Something they can look forward to. Lessons. You guys have lessons. I know. Sorry, Aries, I don't mean to be a buzzkill. There's something about, I'm hearing learned behavior. Learned behavior. It's important to know how to laugh at yourself, too. Silly mistakes. Don't take yourself too seriously. Okay, here we go. What did you inherit from your mother? And it could be a quality, a personality trait. It could also be money or a house or something. What did you inherit from your mother? And is it helping you in relationships? Did you inherit your mother's poor skills with money? Unhealthy spending habits? You need to work on that. There's an illusion about money. Gosh, this is such an unusual reading, Aries. There's an illusion about money. And it may be the idea that you need to marry someone with money. There may be a tremendous amount of pressure from specifically a mother or a female figure in your life. It could even be a grandmother. It's almost like, I don't know how to phrase this exactly, but I think you guys get what I'm getting at. It's like, you're never going to be happy unless you marry someone who makes, 6 figures, 7 figures. Like, yeah. So, I don't know. Or especially from a Capricorn, there's heavy pressure from a Capricorn to marry into money, to marry with someone with a lot of wealth, with a lot of power, someone who has a good reputation or public image or good public standing. Here's the thing, those are not bad qualities, but if that is first and foremost what you're looking for, there's a very high likelihood you're going to get involved in a loveless, unhappy marriage because you're marrying for the wrong reasons. And I'm not saying those reasons are wrong entirely, but again, it's like your moral compass, it's pointing at what your parents want. You're trying to satisfy someone else when it's, I don't think it's really what you want. I don't think it's your main priority. Or if it is your main priority, universe is trying to get you to see more. Like, it's great if you marry a millionaire, right? I'm not shitting on that. Millionaires are, very smart. They got ahead in life for a reason. And I'm not even saying their emotional compass is wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there's something else that you're neglecting to admit or see about the larger picture because it's like you're trying to, I just keep hearing like people pleaser. You're trying to please the wrong people, but it's your love life, right? Gosh, this is such an unusual message, but there's something too about you got into a relationship and it checks all the boxes and like the exterior, the almost like the superficiality of it. It looks great. You guys are the talk of the town. You enter a room and everyone's like, oh, couple goals. But it's like the sex is really bad. You guys have no sex life or something about, it's just, I don't know what that is, but it's kind of the shadow side. It's not really the best reading. Aries, what am I going to do for you? What are some positive things I can tell Aries? Ace of Cups, new love. You're blocking your blessings, though. Every time we start off positive, it's like, oh. Somebody may be thinking about reaching out to you. Yeah, they're in deliberation. Because they're scared, they're fearful, they confidence, they think they won't measure up to you. This might be a Cancer. It's so funny. I'm getting all these metaphors of like fairy tale, Cinderella, like Rapunzel, like the mother keeping you up in a tower. I don't care if you're male or female, right? Because this is a metaphor, but it's like you have this, it's like you're being puppeteered by someone and you don't even know it. There's a lot of manipulation from a family member. It could even be your sister, your brother, and it's like, I don't even think you know it, Aries, especially if you were the younger sibling. It's like you grew up and this person was always feeding you these lines and telling you these things. And so in a sense, it's almost like you're brainwashed. You don't even think to put it through a filter of, well, wait, is this my truth? Like, is this my life? Or is it's like you've taken on all this knowledge or belief about something, about, your love life, about money does play a factor in this. I'm not exactly sure where, but it's like, you drank the Kool-Aid. You didn't know any better because they served it to you on a silver platter. But a lot of you, it's almost like you're having this, in a positive way, like a spiritual awakening, but almost like an identity crisis because it seems like it's going down. Like there may even be a huge fight or an argument, hopefully not a physical confrontation, with someone where it feels like you were misled, you were misguided. Again, especially the mother. I don't know why that's coming up. Anyway, sorry. I just keep getting this image of like Rapunzel's been locked away at the tower and she's watching all the knights ride by on their horses and she's like, hello, help, I'm stuck up here. Like, I just keep getting that. You may be afraid to love because you realize psychologically, there was a lot of bullshit going on. There was a lot of damage done, and I'm not at all victim shaming or blaming you. Again, to be honest, I feel like this was fed to you at such a young age, you didn't know any better. It could even be your first boyfriend told you something once, and now it's always been your truth that, oh, well, I'd be so much prettier if I was skinnier, something like that, and you've operated with that mindset in your love relationships. And I think the great news about this is you're finally realizing like, oh, I get it. That's not me. That's not my story. That's not it's like, that's not my intuition. That's not my inner heart or my voice talking to me. That's someone else's. And again, I am not trying to like set you up for like a, confrontation or, frenemies or whatever, but it does seem like someone was misguiding you for their own doings. There was like a darker, more malicious jealousy, especially if you're dealing with a mother figure. There was a lot of jealousy, and it could even been from a mother-in-law or a stepmother. It's like someone's kept your heart locked away because they told you the wrong thing. This is even reminding me of this, what is the name of the gypsy case where you know what I mean? You don't know what I mean. I'm not explaining myself well. The girl who was told that she had all these physical ailments and she was kept in a wheelchair her whole life, and come to find out she may have had autism or something. I don't know the exact case, but her name was Gypsy, and her mother was a crazy lunatic lady. The Gypsy ended up like murdering her at the end and then going to prison, and like it was this whole thing. And obviously I'm not saying that, but that's the example. It's like this whole time it's like, well, I can't walk. I can't walk. It's like, no, you can walk. And so here's the thing. Long story short, you are going to free yourself from this, again, mental prison, right? False thoughts that you've taken on as your own. But I'm almost getting, it's been a long time coming, and it seems like it's so significant. It may take you a while to get back on your feet, Aries, and there's nothing wrong with that. Really what it's saying to me is that rightfully so, it's going to take you a long time, a proper amount of time to heal from this, because it's been your story your whole life. It's like you can't just wake up one day and be a brand new person, though I could argue you can. But essentially, it's like, give yourself time to heal from this, because I almost sense there's a loss of faith. There's like a crisis of faith because someone you put a lot of stock and investment in, someone you thought was your counterpart or your tried and true, your blood, your family, it's like they led you astray. I have to be honest, there is kind of an evil vibe to this. Here's the thing though, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to be happier when you realize all the shit was going down. You can let your hair down. There's going to be a sense of relief. Because it's going to be a game changer in how you operate in relationships now. For some of you, I could even see this as coming out of the closet. If you grew up in a family that was very, however you want to phrase it, I'm not going to get into politics of it, but very traditional or very, there's a different word I'm looking for. You know what I mean? All of a sudden you may realize, like, you know what? That's not my truth. Like, I'm interested in this gender, and come hell or high water, people can tell me what they want, but this is who I love. That may be what frees you from this emotional prison, or, frees Rapunzel from the tower, to use this fairy tale metaphor. There's your King of Cups. There he is. Okay. Again, male or female, doesn't matter. There's someone who shows you a lot of kindness, of empathy. Someone who's a natural light worker or a healer, very likely someone who has a lot of water in their chart, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, especially excuse me, I'm a Scorpio. I heard someone say, bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Someone who has a lot of water in their chart. Oh, my deck's upside down. There's an offer. It could be a Scorpio, Sagittarius cusper. Again, it's almost like an angel. Someone from the divine was sent to you to help you heal some major wounds in your life. It seems like there's been a lot of upheaval recently. And again, there's this sense of like, there's a confusion about your identity. Like, I know this isn't for everyone. This is a very specific message, but it seems very important and profound. So I'm all in to give you the messages here. But yes, something negative, possibly with a Cancer or a Capricorn. You're freeing yourself. There's new opportunities for love. And someone who has very good intentions because they don't try to control you. A lot of my Aries may have fell into patterns of behavior where they, again, subconsciously may have looked for people who exerted a lot of power and control and authority over them. We're done with that, right? Nice people, sweet people, kind people, right? It doesn't mean they're not sexy and fun and all that, but like they have good intentions for you. They're not trying to control your life and make decisions for you. That's what I feel. I feel like your power to make decisions was taken away. I even feel like there could have been like a legal thing passed in a courtroom about I don't know what specifically this is, but it was something that went down that was shady, and you lost power over yourself and your life. Something, I keep using the word advocacy. So it's like your voice was taken away. This person may help to give it back to you. This person helps you to find your voice, to find your identity, to tap into your heart, to listen to yourself. I didn't offer you this, Aries. I have to be honest. This doesn't seem like you're going to go from this to like this hot, passionate, sexy relationship, because it's like, it's too complicated. Like, I would be leading you guys astray to be like, so this happens and then you find new love instantly. I don't see that. This could be a counselor or a therapist or a psychologist, someone who goes to revisit these wounds with you, right? You know, in the medical office or whatever, so you can get rid of them once and for all, so that you can free yourself from the devil, right? So you can get your voice back, so you can feel, you know, the love in your heart again, because it feels like it was taken from you. You may have even been involved in like a domestic violence situation once upon a time, you know, God forbid, right? Again, I don't ever predict stuff like that, but if my Aries are going through a hard time, like, I feel for you, because I do see it in the cards. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, and most importantly, it comes from loving yourself, and not being afraid to seek counseling or help for emotional damage that was done to you. You know, don't be too proud. Don't feel like you have to suffer this burden all on your own. You know, love yourself and honor yourself by going through the proper channels of healing and advocating for yourself, which might be something you're not used to, right? But yeah, ask for help from whomever you need it from, be it your best friend, a family member, a counselor, a therapist. I know you guys are looking for a love reading. Again, I don't have a lot of those. If none of that previous thing made any sense to you at all, in terms of major arcana, I do definitely have Sagittarius, Virgo, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, possibly a Capricorn. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to stick with that. I will see you guys next week for more tarot. If you want to dig in deeper to this, by all means, feel free to book a personal with me and we can dig in deeper. And hopefully next week we'll have some lighter messages, but I did want to honor that one because it seemed very important. So thank you for joining me here today. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next Tuesday for more tarot. Bye, guys. Welcome to the Intuitive Teacup, my friends. These tarot readings are meant to motivate, empower, and inspire you. Please keep an open heart and an open mind as you watch these general readings, as some material will resonate and some might not. Do have faith it is serving someone out there, and take away only what resonates for you. Please release the rest. Feel free to book a personal reading with me if you would like something catered specifically to your inquiries and energy. That information is down below for you. You are responsible for all actions and decisions and the vibe that you bring to this channel. This is optional advice or guidance, and of course, you will always have free will. Check the box below for my social media links, the decks I use, and more information on this channel. Let's hop into your tarot reading.